Car's a little weird, but it's good when I'm doing race things.
Hold on, you guys. So I'm about halfway to the firm right now, traveling down some serious back roads where there's not a whole lot of nothing out here. That's old Florida for you. Check out the sound of the exhaust. It's a heck of a lot better than what I was used to. The old system, man, was just rattly and disgusting, but man, it's still out here for sure, you know, obviously. It's a gutted car with an aftermarket exhaust system. But so yeah, creature comforts in this car, not great. This is my cup holder over here, supported by the helmet, of course, sitting in a roll of tape. Cooler, drinks. And if you'll see back there, it's pretty barren this time. I'm driving up on the 949s that are wrapped with the Toyos. Not something I really wanted to do, but that's just kind of how it worked out this time. You know, I'd like to have a set of spare wheels. I do have one spare back there, so that's good. But Travis also has some extra wheels that he brought with him. So hopefully I won't need them today. I've got all my tools right behind the seats here, and some extra fluids. They fit just fine. One thing I will say about driving on the Toyos for daily driving, like as if I'm simulating right now, not great, man. They are sticky, you know, so, and I guess with the extra width that I have on this car, on the 225s, man, every little divot in the road, I'm like, whoa, like the car is just being pulled. Sticky tire. Alright, so we're out here, got past the tech inspection, everything looked good on the car. Please pray for me. Trav's over there. We're getting ready to do our parade lap. It's crazy, man. There's only like 8 people here today, so it's gonna be a totally green track all day. No separate run groups. Heading out for the parade lap. That's Trav in front of me. So that's all good for the parade lap. Everything seems to be good so far. Yeah, excited to get back out there. Just for note for myself, really, tire pressures, I'm starting at 22 PSI cold all the way around, you know, thinking that by the time it warms up, it'll get up to like 25, 26. Pretty sure that's around where Toyo says that these things are gonna work in their optimal range. Fancy meeting you here.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Just checking my timing. The car's a little weird, but it's good when I'm doing race things. So that's the point.
So you're checking to see if it's too advanced, you said?
It may be too advanced. So like at partial throttle, it hiccups and wants to hesitate. So I don't know what it is, but full throttle, no issues.
Well, let's hope no issues for today.
Yeah.
Car's looking great.
Thank you.
So here's Trav's engine and his new awesome Z6 transmission, and I love his marking, Z6. Yeah. It looks the same. How funny would that have been? Travis does this whole Z6 transmission and he ends up putting the Y7 on in the wrong. Oh God. This thing should fly today, kids. Gonna watch Trav go first. Warm up.
Here comes Andrew. Here comes Trav. That's good. He just got the transmission rebuilt.
Cool.
So today is really not working out for us, everybody. Trav's car seems to be done. His engine is done, and mine, well, it's having its own problems too. But first, let's look at Trav's. Here I am right under Trav's car. Got the crank, won't budge. That is not budging. So that's Y7 done. What do you got to say, Trav?
I'm not surprised. This would have been the 7th or 8th track day this has seen. This motor has over 200,000 miles. It had over 200,000 when I had my first track day, so it's been only a matter of time. I think maybe oil starvation is probably the issue over time, because there's a banked turn here, and I think the oil just moves over to one side, and that's a big problem for these engines. So what can you do?
It was a good run.
Old Grant Champ.
Now moving on to this guy. Oh boy. So the engine seems to be running really well. Like the power's there, everything's there. I did the 2 parade laps and it was good. But then when I came in, I went and checked the oil before I went out, and I'm glad I checked. Now I am not leaking anywhere, okay? So this just pulled the dipstick out here, and yeah, my oil level is super low. Look at that. Look at the oil level there, super low, almost down to the lower circle. Now I drove this car up here. It was about 2 hours to get up here, and then I did 2 parade laps, and that was getting on it pretty good. And I think it's just burned a ton of oil, man. I was up at the top mark of my oil when I left my house this morning, and now it's down to the bottom mark of the circle. So obviously I'm gonna refill this thing. I haven't been back out on track. I just wanna be able to drive it home, you know? Now I know a lot of you guys mentioned this, and it's probably ended up being true. The block must still be warped somehow. And it may not even be the top part of the block, which a lot of you were telling me to check. I put a straight edge on that thing and it was all straight. But I've had some people telling me that maybe it's the cylinder walls inside of the thing that are maybe warped slightly, and it's letting oil by, and this thing is just burning it up at the top end. Because before I came out here, you know, I obviously tried to simulate track conditions. I was trying to rev it up as much as possible at home and trying to stay in it for as long as possible. But the reality is, it's not the same as being on track. Travis and I were just talking about this, man, and being out there when you're really experiencing the turns and you're full throttle on this thing, like, it's just a different thing than when you're driving it on the street. It just is. And I could not replicate those conditions at home not enough to where it was burning oil like this. And so here we are. You know, I do think it obviously is burning oil all the time. It has to be, but it's just a small amount compared to when I'm out there at 6,000 RPM. Lining Trav's car up here. Yep, come straight at me. Okay, we're putting Trav's car on there. Hopefully this don't fall. Ready? Ready, go. Go. Do it. Okay, one more time. I think we would get it. Okay, take two. Ready? Go. Yeah. Got it that time.